David, I'm learning I can handle things better than I used to can in a long time. Like, I got stuff going on tonight. I can't figure it out. I never got a new bank card in a old bank. The one I have is not working. I'm like, well, not much I can do about it until the bank opens up. I was getting frustrated, started getting mad at myself. I'm like, why am I getting mad at myself? That's a problem. When something goes wrong, I take it out on me, and I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm in a better space than I've been in a long time. And I'm like, well, I can't do nothing now. About it now. It's 4 in the morning, so I was paying bills. I'm like, well, on phone and stuff, it's not going through. Then I called this number and it says can't find that card. I'm like, oh, they might have canceled the card and never gave me a new one or let me know. So I don't even know if I get my money orders today. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll do what I can do. If I can't get them, I'll figure out how to get a new card for my bank. But I'm learning it's life on life's terms. So basically, I can only do what I can do. And I'm not going out until later. So basically, I just have to deal with it. And I'm out of cigarettes, out of money, because I don't think I can use a debit card. I'm like, oh, well, I can only do what I can do. And that's it. I can't change what I don't have. I don't have right now, so there's not much I can do about it. I'm trying to quit smoking. I got one left. I'm getting a little nervous about that. But I'm fine with that. I'm learning to be in the moment. This is the moment I'm in, so I'm learning to be in the moment. I'm in a better space in my brain. I'm learning to word things differently. Like basically, I'm still learning how to word things to be more positive, but I'm learning. And I'm learning every step I'm taking forward. It's a progress that I'm learning. I can handle things better than I can. I don't need to get worked up over nonsense. So basically, what I'm going through, everybody goes through. Bank cards don't work, whatever, bills to be paid, can't pay them. So I'm fine with that. I'm learning to be in the moment. So, and I meditated earlier, so that helps. I learned breathing techniques and meditation helps me stay grounded. So it helps me stay in a good space in my head. And I listen to positive things, positive audiobooks. I'm a big believer in positive audiobooks and Buddhism and all that. 'Cause I've come a long way since I discovered it, and I am fine. A little worked up, but I'm like, I can't change it. I can't do nothing about it now. It's 4 in the morning, so don't worry about it. I'll figure it out when it gets or later in the day. So I can't do nothing about it now. So I can't really buy anything because I can't pay bills. But I'm like, oh well, I can't buy anything at this time anyway. But so life on life's terms, and I'm learning to be in the moment. So I was in the moment. I was getting worked up. I'm like, let me journal, relax. And if anybody understands what I'm saying, so you can feel what I'm saying. Oh, okay, help somebody. If it didn't, no, well, I can only do what I can do to help myself. And if it helps other people, I'm happy. If it doesn't, oh well. But I'm learning to be in the moment, and that does help. Positive, like I said, I'm a big believer in, and my favorite book I'm listening to right now is The Courage to Be Disliked, because nobody likes it. People don't like people for whatever reason. And that used to bother me, but it doesn't bother me anymore because I'm learning to have courage to be disliked. And earlier I was dancing in my apartment. I normally wouldn't do that. So I'm learning who cares. And I'm learning to reflect on my day too. Like later tonight or this morning, I'll sit down for 10 minutes and reflect on my day. And I'm learning it's not how quick I get there, it's the progress that I go to get there. Like I tried to meditate for 20 minutes and that was just too much. So I do 10 minutes of that, reflect for 10 minutes. I'm learning it's the process to get where I'm going, not perfection. So went back, instead of 20 minutes, I do 10 minutes, and that works for me. And I'm learning every step backwards. I've learned stuff too. So every step backwards and forward, I'm always learning. I'm learning to learn from every mistake. Like what I'm learning with what I'm going through right now is that I can handle things better than if I thought I could if I calm my mind down. Sorry about that. But and I'm learning that overthinking doesn't help. It creates more problems, and that's what I worked on is my overthinking. I got a lot better with my overthinking. I can think better. I can think through, and I'm learning to be open minded all the time. I'm trying to learn from everything. Like what I'm going through right now with the bills. That's to me it used to be a big deal, but now it's not. I'm learning. Oh well, I did have a little bit blip in the screen with it, but I kind of relaxed, meditated, and I was good. So I'm learning just to relax. It took me many years to learn what I'm learning, but I'm learning progress. It takes what it takes for me to learn. So, and breathing techniques help too. I've learned breathing techniques do help. So, like I said, I think my debit cards, they canceled it and never told me, or never even sent out another card. And I'm like, oh well, can't do nothing about it now. I'll worry about it later. Because I don't even know what time the bank's open. I think they open up at 9, I think. So I'm glad I'm going through what I go through because I'm learning that I can handle. The more I go through it, the more I'm learning I can handle. And just don't overthink it. Just relax the mind, calm down, and that helps. Just not overthinking because that's the problem I used to have when I got worked up. I started overthinking, and I just learning to calm my mind, breathe, deep breathe, and it helps me relax the mind, calm it down. And I'm learning everything I go through is leading me to be a better person than I've ever been. And one thing I struggle with, but I'm getting better with it, especially after what how I was getting worked up, and I'm like, no, it ain't worth it. Is kindness and passion for people. That's what I'm learning, because I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate myself anymore, and I used to hate myself more than anybody. Nobody could have hated me more than I hated myself, and that's not a thing anymore. I can actually say I love myself. And after I get done doing this, I'm going to listen to The Courage to Be Disliked, because that's a good book. It's a philosopher talking to a young kid, so you get two perspectives on the book. The older philosophy, and the young kids on his stance on what they're talking about in the book. It's really good. If you like a good book, that's a good book. Self-help book or whatever you want to call it. I call it positive because it's a positive book. It makes me feel good. But not everything's about feeling good. It's what we can learn from anything we go through. Because like everything is not, everything's not going to be perfect. I'm learning. Perfection doesn't exist. So it's all learning experience. So I'm learning perfection doesn't exist. And it took me a long time to learn that because I like myself today and I'm getting better and I'm grateful for what I'm going through because it's making the person who I'm becoming. And I'm grateful for where I live too because I didn't like it here at one point. I was afraid of these people and now I'm grateful for these people. Because they taught me a lot about myself, that I could endure a lot, I could go through a lot, I could handle a lot. And I've grown because of the people where I live, the way they used to treat me. And I'm not going to worry about what I can't do today or this morning. I'll worry about that later because I can't do nothing about it now. So I got to go to the bank, see what they say about my debit card, and pretty much worry about it when it gets here. Because I don't really use my debit card that much, just pay online. And I noticed another bill that I had direct deposit didn't come out yet today either. So the card might not be good anymore. So, because it usually comes out today, it didn't come out today, it comes from that debit card. So, and like I said, I called the number on the back and it said they couldn't find the number. So it's a different bank, but they never sent me another card. So I'm glad I can actually calm my mind down because at one point I would be literally flipping out, yelling at myself, calling myself names. And I don't do that anymore. I have little blips on the screen and nobody's perfect. That's what I'm learning. Nobody's perfect. But I'm learning to deal with things with kindness and passion, because if I didn't, I would be literally tearing myself apart right now, and I wouldn't be doing this. So I'm learning that I need kindness and passion more than anybody does to myself. Because if I didn't, I would be literally a basket case right now. I'm learning to have kindness and passion for myself, and love for myself. I love myself today, and I've come a long way, and I'm grateful that I've learned what I learned, and I can handle things better. And the more I go through, the more I learn I can handle more than I thought I could. Because after I go through it, I'm like, wow, I did learn a lot. So I'm learning everything's a learning experience for me. I'm learning to try to learn anything I can from everything I go through, and that helps. And I've learned, like tonight or this morning, whatever you want to call it, I learned stuff going through what I'm going through, and that's what I try to be, is open minded to learn anything I can learn. All right, that's it. I don't know if this makes sense. If it didn't, give it a like. If not, that's okay. Bye.